This is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbe with Believe in the Run.
And Robbie, we got a clothing company who's making a running shoe.
Yeah. And by the way, we're back in the basement, the shoe wall.
Yeah, the laboratory.
Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah,
For
in
all
case you couldn't see
For all
it.
the old school listeners. We have the Rabid Dream Chaser. So this is, again, an apparel company making a shoe. This seems to be the cool thing these days.
We see it from Tracksmith.
Uh-huh.
Under Armour kind of originated it.
Yeah, it's actually kind of true,
Yeah.
which we'll come back to. There's REI had a trail shoe, one of the worst shoes ever made. They actually killed off the whole line just because that
What
shoe was
about
so
North
bad.
Face?
Yeah, I guess you could
The North
consider, but I feel like it's just like an outdoor brands generally gravitate towards that. But yeah, that would be one.
Okay.
Well, Lululemon, that's the other one.
Lululemon definitely is.
Yeah.
Tried to throw there.
Anyway, so
Lemon in the ring.
So Rabbit's here. I was kind of surprised. I saw some people post that when they first heard about this, they thought it was an April Fool's joke because it was like 2 days after April Fool's that they released this shoe that said it was coming. It does seem peculiar. I think there's this like seeing your brand on someone's feet. It means something.
Do you mean it's like the elevation of a athletic brand?
Like for a running brand to have a running shoe is like the crowning moment.
The only thing that drives me crazy about it is that I've always liked brands like Tracksmith and Rabbit and Say Sky and brands like that. They're shoe agnostic. So if you throw on a pair of Adidas or you throw on a pair of Nikes or you throw on a pair of Asics, whatever it is, you can throw on the gear and it's not like you feel, I don't like to mix and match.
I actually, and I get it, but I just don't, I'm more like what colors pair up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, than brand.
I've actually put stuff back, like pulled out a shirt, pulled out shorts, and then decided I was running in a different shoe, and then I put that stuff back and grab another one. So Rabbit was one of those brands that I didn't have to worry about that with.
The thing they're known for is comfort. Like I would say their shirts, their long sleeves, their shorts, it's very comfortable.
Soft materials.
Whatever polyester knit they use is ridiculously soft.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of what people love about them. I think a lot of that aspect of comfort comes into this shoe, starting with the upper. This is a knit upper when we're talking like thick knit.
Yeah, this looks like a wool sweater that you could wear from like Maine to New Hampshire.
It is very comfortable, as it should be.
Is it warm?
It is very warm. They say it's...
Which is weird because they're a SoCal company, so you'd think they would have tested this in the heat.
Yeah, they say that it's breathable. I don't know where you would get that from other than to say it is. There are some ventilation. It's a double knit though, so there's like ventilation holes, but it's not ventilated. If you're going for comfort, this is a crazy comfortable upper. Like it felt nice on the foot. It wrapped perfectly. Lockdown was great. I don't know why there's a toe bumper on it for a road running shoe.
Because imagine what it would look like without it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more of a design element.
It's probably a shape thing. Like, how are you going to hold this sweater material into the running shoe toe box shape without a toe bumper? But you could have put it inside the shoe.
It has these pads inside the heel collar that kind of lock it in there. No issues with movement, any hot spots, anything like that. And it is warm though. All right, so moving on to the insole, they use this blue maca insole. I feel like we got sent these before, and then I think I had put them in other shoes. It's a 5mm insole, pretty bouncy, like a more premium insole, and that comes on top of a TPU midsole.
I thought you said it's an ETPU.
ETPU midsole. And I think the total stack height's like 37, 32 altogether. So it's a...
Right in the Clifton range.
Yeah. Which, speaking of, I feel like a lot of people look at this shoe, they think Hoka, they think I think Hoka comes to mind when a lot of people see it. To me, it's a combination of Hoka, Skechers, and do you remember that Under Armour shoe that had a upper that kind of looked like this?
I do, yeah.
From like 6 years ago.
Yeah, I looked at the shelf like I kept it, and I didn't.
I actually wore that shoe a lot as a walk.
Gemini?
As a, yeah, it might have been something, or like I don't know, I feel like every shoe has infinity in the name for Under Armour. But
Infinium and beyond.
Yeah, but I felt like the design elements look a lot like those kinds of shoes. which Skechers is also in Southern California. Hope Decker's also in Southern California. In fact, I think Decker's and Robbe are in the exact same town.
Yeah.
They're both in Galeta.
Just looking at the shoe, Robbie, and maybe this is not the best thing, but it just doesn't look premium to me.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Look, if I'm just looking at the shoe, I'm not a big fan of the design, the look. When I had to wear it on the run.
Like when you say Skechers, one of the biggest problems that we have with Skechers shoes, they look cheap.
Skechers perennially could not take care of that issue. We love the feel of the shoes. I feel like they always did a great job. But yeah, the looking of these reminds me. But just like with Skechers, I felt like I could never wear it with a running kit and feel confident, I guess.
Do you mean like, say that you were going out and you're meeting your run crew for a run, you just didn't feel like you looked, the styling was off?
Yeah. I mean, and that's just my personal style. There's going to be some people, I know some people will look at the shoe and think this looks awesome. So if you like it, you like it. But the midsole itself is a very soft ETPU foam. You look at it. I mean,
I don't know. Too many shoes you can
squish those cheeks.
It's like a sponge.
Yeah, squish it. I don't know. It's kind of. You can definitely sell those videos.
You know, Mr. Whipple would be all over this one. Yeah. You have to be at least 90 to know what that's I'm talking about. Don't squeeze the Charmin, folks.
I don't even know. I feel like I know a lot of your references, and that's one.
Mr. Whipple?
Yeah.
He was the guy who yelled at people because they'd go to the supermarket and squeeze the Charmin because it was so soft.
On the run, it is a very comfortable ride. It's soft. It's squishy. If you like that feel, you're going to like this shoe. I did a 10-mile long run last weekend in it, and it felt great. Like it's definitely on the heavy side. What do we say? 9.5 ounces for
men's size 7.
This is a men's size 7, women's 8.5. That's a pretty heavy daily trainer, and especially for something that's in the same range as the Clifton or the Gel Nimbus or the 1080, and that's supposed to be kind of in that range. It's pretty heavy. Now, I don't like to weigh shoes
before you wear them. I'm the same way because sometimes you get it on your feet and they just work.
Yeah.
Sometimes like that. There's a shoe that we'll be reviewing soon that I wore out. And I thought, wow, that's pretty light. Got it on the scale, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can. The foams work, the bounce works, the fit of the upper works.
And I felt that was kind of the case with this shoe. I didn't notice it to be overly heavy on the run. I told you I needed to just get review shoes, so I did a tempo workout on this. It was probably not the greatest feeling workout, but it wasn't terrible. And then the long run I even picked it up a little bit towards the end. I think that fit of the upper does help to alleviate some of the weight. I want to get to this part that we've been flashing here on the screen that you've probably been wondering what the hell it is. There's these 2 carbon fiber strips that they call Carbon Trax with an X, clever. So they said that the purpose of those is to have some like a stability structural element while providing kind of a hinge point for a rocker like propulsive type thing.
It's crazy because I saw someone cut these out.
Yeah.
And they literally go from here to here and here to here. So it's just 2 strips.
I don't understand.
Of carbon, and normally when we see carbon, it's a stiffening agent to help with propulsion and like you said, stability. But that's a plate that goes from either forefoot or heel to toe, or we've seen H.
It would make a little bit of sense if it was like even embedded into the midsole, a little bit higher. But to have it on the outsole, the only explanation I could think is that people like to see carbon fiber.
Visible technology.
Yeah, so that's the reason for putting it there. But again, when I first saw it, I knew it was going to be a disaster. And
carbon plates, rocks on the road, or any debris in the road, you're going to feel it.
It's not so much like I felt it as far as like underfoot felt it, but I felt the sensation of rocks crunching every step you take, or like you just know when you hit something, that crunching sound against carbon fiber. It's
like grinding something against your teeth.
It's so annoying. And they were dinged up and scratched up like from the first run. So it just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm guessing that maybe they also know that. And then if there's a next version of the shoe, they'll kind of figure out a different way, because it's just not a great idea.
I've already heard rumors that they're going to be putting a trail shoe out. I can't imagine it's not going to be this shoe with
Right.
lugs, but who knows?
The rubber's pretty good. I actually took this out in the rain. It's actually pretty solid traction overall, so no issues with the rubber. I thought it was a pretty good job there. What I kind of compared this to, I think the written review was, it's almost like someone shows up to a party wearing like a Stetson hat, Alpha Flies, and then like a Richard Mille watch. You have like all these elements that are like supposed to make it like
Good.
elevate it, but like combine them all together, and it's
a miss.
It's like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's kind of what the carbon fiber was for this, was like they wanted to put carbon in it, but it was just not.
How can we incorporate it, but not do it in a way that's going to increase the cost of manufacturing the shoe?
Like if you like the vibe of this, if you like the feel, if you want something that's complete comfort, top to bottom, front to back.
Typically though, when you talk about weight, yours this is a size 7, so it's even smaller than your normal size 7.5. So in my size is going to be like an 11.5, almost 12-ounce shoe.
Probably. Yeah. Oof. I mean, it's definitely at the higher end of the spectrum.
Like, I don't know what's going on. We're getting a lot of heavier shoes lately. And I think it's fine for daily miles to build your strength, do all that kind of stuff. But if it was one shoe that you're going to have for all your runs, it's just too heavy.
I don't think this is a bad shoe. It's like weird. There's like elements of it that are bad and weird, but overall as a package, it's actually a pretty nice shoe to run in. So it's very confusing for me.
So who would you recommend this shoe, or would you recommend it, or would you stick with maybe a brand that people are more familiar with?
I'm probably gonna stick with a different brand, but if like some people do like that, even for walking, like a ton of comfort, and especially a good upper fit. Like the upper fit's great. It really is a nice upper fit. The overall cushion and comfort, if you want that, then this is like a good shoe for that type of person.
Robbie, how much is this shoe gonna cost me?
So this shoe is $160. It's kind of in that, it's like a little more
above the bottom, below the super shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
What color are you giving this shoe? Normally we give a red or green.
It'd probably be a yellow, because I think that some of the other elements just I feel like are unnecessary. I think you could trim some weight, but it's not a bad shoe by any means. So yeah, I think a yellow would be fine for that. Again, and I think there's some nice elements, just maybe clean it up for the next version. All right, anyways, thanks for watching. If the shoe review interests you, or if you liked it, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We have plenty more coming. What else?
Listen to the podcast. We got 2 of them. We've got The Drop, and we've got Fuel for the Soul. One of them's about nutrition and running. One of them's about running all over the place.
Running, mostly not running.
Yeah, but it's maybe entertaining. We'll be your friends as you go for a run. And then you can also check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Threads now. Every once in a while we're posting there, Wow.
Everything's in the description. Check it out. Thanks for watching. Have fun.